Hello and welcome. My name is Amul and you are watching Ease Coding. In this video, we are going to have a look at dev release of this InkSpace 1.2, which was released just on January 23rd, 2022, and it's 24 today. So, thanks to the authors, translators, and the whole team. Now, there is a huge upgrade and a lot of new features added to this release. Let's quickly go ahead and have a look as much as possible. So this is InkSpace Draw Freely 1.2 dev release. You can go ahead and download it from the website. It's available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. And let's head to the website. So this is the website, and this is a wiki page for this 1.2 release. You can visit wiki.inkspace.org/wiki/release notes/1.2, and so it just got released yesterday. A lot of things needs to be looked at. So once they start getting bugs and issues, I think this page will look different. Okay, so first thing first, color palette. So what I'm going to do, I'm quickly going to show you how it looks in 1.2 release install on my system. So installation is very simple. You simply download the zip format, unzip it, and put it wherever you want. So I have this in my C drive. I can show you. So basically I downloaded it, unzipped it, and then put in this folder, InkSpace somewhere here, and then I also added this to my system's path, and then created one shortcut of this InkSpace.exe and added to my taskbar and start menu like this. Okay, so let me go ahead and launch it. So what I will do, I will launch a new window. So I'll click on this and we'll show you. So you see these are options. So as soon as you launch it, you get to select the canvas. Default is going to look slightly different. These are other keyboard options. Appearance, colorful, classic, default. You get everything to choose. So it kind of adjusted everything open, which is perfectly fine. So yeah, so this is how it's gonna look. You can see all the changes here. Now I can save it. I can also change dark to light, light to dark, and this is what you get when you launch it for the first time, or every time you launch it. And this takes you to the new tab, supported by you. Thank you. And then time to draw. Existing file if you have any. Print, screen, videos, social, and all that. Oh, okay. So you can get started with these document kind of presets depending on your requirements. So choose one screen or video, social for, this is awesome. So Facebook cover photo, event image, and other social media default dimensions in pixel, right? Other, you can also create a new, select one and create a new document. So let's say I'm just going to say, if you don't have any existing files, you can definitely go ahead and select one. So I want to create this. Let's see if we have a YouTube thumbnail. Wish I had some search bar here. Okay, so LinkedIn, Snapchat, Twitter. I don't have, but this should work. Okay, so I think it just opened, so that's kind of a bug. Oh, try to open it. Okay, so you got this one here, and now we will go with the wiki page. So this is color palette. We will first look at color palette. So what are the options we have? So this is my customization. I will go ahead and hide this whole panel by pressing F12, get rid of it. And if you don't see, basically I've hidden the palette, so I can go ahead and view it from views and then palette. You can also press Shift Alt P, and this GIF is basically demonstrating this part, which is okay. So you can, if you have options, you can switch from here. You can also change your palette collection from here. So let's say I want to go to InkScape default, so I have all the defaults available here. By the way, if you don't like this at the bottom, you can simply go ahead and remove it. So go hide it basically. So go to view, hide, and then where's the palette? Yeah. And then what you can do, you can press F12 and you'll get this drop down, and then simply go to swatches, which is here. And once you have the swatches, you get all the options, presets, basically color collections from here. So yeah, open to XP. A lot of people will go with the default, depending on your requirement. The other thing you can do, you can configure it. So if I go to InkScape default, I can configure this swatches. So I can basically swatch tiles size depending on a requirement and how you like it. So once that's done, stretch to fill, you can uncheck it. Border size, I think I'm just happy with this one. There has to be some separation, and that's too big, so I'll go somewhere 20. So these are options. While we are here, you can get all the options from here. You can drag to fit your screen and requirement. So this is happening because I've got open two windows, so I'm not able to show you everything. But if I go to the other one, hopefully you'll get all. Oh, it's not showing. So what I'll do, this was just to demonstrate how you can launch this and get all the theming options. So hopefully now it's like I will have to relaunch it, but I don't want to. So this is basically missing the icons here, so I will have to restart it to fix it. So alignment, you can simply go ahead and pin it to your panel and switch. Okay, so we'll go one by one. Okay, you can press F12 to hide it. Go to wiki. So there's the color palette options. We have status bar. So this is the status bar at the bottom. I think it should be somewhere here on the very top. The other two options, you get zoom in and out, so you can do that with plus and minus anyway. So I'm just pressing plus and minus. But these two options are not, I was not able to figure out, but you can use Control Shift Scroll to do so. Let's see. So basically this is rotation, but these two gives you more kind of control over the rotation, so you can go one by one. Otherwise you can press Control Shift and use your mouse wheel to kind of rotate it. These are the two options you have: rotate by 90-degree clockwise and counterclockwise. You can also go horizontally and vertically. Okay, these are the options. If you do not like this, you can simply hide it from here. View, hide, that's a status bar, and that's gone. So this is kind of to-do thing. Page snapping. So you can enable your snapping, customize it from here. Okay, reset to simple, enable snapping. Just check this box and all will be enabled for you. Snapping is basically, it lets you work with one object in a line or in relation with other objects on your canvas. Popover. So this used to be a bar basically somewhere along with this one or here on the top, but now there's a popover, which is good, more control over it, kind of more space, real estate on your system. Align snapping is also available in the same window. A panel somewhere, align snapping. So you can enable these. Okay. Now this is snapping example. So I was talking about work with an object in relation with other. So this kind of makes sense now. Tools, page tools. So create a new page, delete a page, move a page. These are very simple stuff from here. I think where is it? Where the page thing? The new page tool lower bottom in the toolbar. Multi-page with document. Let's see. So there, it's available in the toolbar. Here is the page tool. You see, multiple pages. So this is something new in 1.2. And then selector. So you simply press F1 to go to selector. This is selector. You can also press S as in Sam to go to the selector. And there are a few more options now. Text tools. So we have text tool added. You can see you can simply press T and you'll get to text tool. So these are experimental stuff. You can simply go ahead and have a look. Path operations. So this is available in here. You simply press F12 and then we have, you see, fill. So if we select something, go to selection first, select an object. So this is fill, which is inside, stroke paint. So you can see stroke style. So if you have stroke on any object, only then you will get all these options available. Weight can be increased, decreased, but I don't see the number. These are a few other options you have. These are markers. So you can see markers right. These are gradient editors, document properties. So awesome stuff. So now if you go to fill, you have more options. You can select wheel. This is basically to increase opacity, decrease opacity. Wheel, CMS, yeah. I think the default one is RGB. A lot of people will go with wheel. The other options you definitely want to go ahead and try the gradient and all those. I think this is okay. This one. I know this one. So once you select it, you should get some option here. Okay, so you get with this one. You will have to try this. An opacity at the bottom. Awesome stuff. Okay, so you can see everything. This is kind of yeah, so direction, repeat, none. So let's see what those two things are. Fill rule, non-zero. Do you see any change over here? Maybe I don't know about these stuff yet. So let's move on. Gradient options. If you go to the second one, and stay with RGB. Oh yeah, you can add colors here. So from here, I guess. Okay, perfect. So, and then plus button, yeah, perfectly fine. These are a few experiments you can do. Markers. So I was talking about markers, and you get the markers under styles. So these are markers. Make sure you've selected something. These are markers you can use. You see it here. Markers on. So it's good for, I think, UI design and all that. Great stuff. Okay. So you can experiment. These are kind of extended demonstration. Fill stroke, custom dash strokes. Now these are, you got patterns too. Custom, go to custom and patterns. Layers and objects dialog. So layers are already available here. You can see you can get to layers by going to this drop down and then select the layers and objects, and I already have one here. So now you can see you got layers and options. You can hide it, lock it, and this goes with all the layers. This is basically a child layer of this layer 1, and let's see what we have here. So yeah, I think this option is only available with the 3D tool. Texting and fonting, so SVG font editor. Oh yeah, there's a cool stuff here. So customization and theming, and let's see what we have here. So there are two ways to go to preferences. Now you can go to preferences from here, right? a particular document settings or properties, document settings and properties directly from here, wherever this panel is, and then you can go to preferences from here, or a lot of tutorials I've seen, they go from document properties from here in the previous releases, and then from preferences to preferences from edit. So under preferences, now you can change your tools. So if I go to, so these are options. So tools and toolbar somewhere. So this is basically tool one by one. Then you have features. Okay. Node. So this is node one. Shapes, under shapes we have everything, pencil and all that. So go one by one. Oh, under shapes we have these options. 3D box. Pen tool, you can customize it. Pencil, calligraphy, text. So select one tool and then go with the options available. Interface, this is basically the whole interface. So if you get into here, go to theming and change your theme from here. So when it comes to memory usage, basically if you have a Google Chrome browser and you want to run this InkSpace, you have enough memory. So basically if I go to my task manager, you can see this is how much it eats up. So my Google Chrome is idle. Otherwise, this is kind of 600 MB at the moment. So you do not need lots of RAM on your system to run this InkSpace. I think if you have less memory, you should go with Win32 with very minimal stuff here. And then you can go with the Tango. These are icons, okay? Use system icons. Whatever you are familiar with, or if you're switching from premium tools to open source, you can customize your themes from here. Toolbar, so interface is basically nice. You can, so this is kind of one tool. This is interface level. So basically look and style. You can increase size and icon size, color bar, icon, item, simple, advanced. Okay, snap controls bar. Windows, these are Windows option. I think maximized is fine. Grid, these are interface optimally kind of customization. Okay, behavioral. So what happens when you select use these tools? You simply go ahead and customize stuff here. Markers, yeah. Color custom markers with same color size object. Oh no, you don't want to do that. But depends on the requirement. Snapping, scrolling, dashes, transform, selection. What happens when you select? And these are behavior of all the tools that we use. Input, output, input devices if you have any. I had like mouse, keyboard, and Wacom. SVG output, export, color management, display profile if you have any. Auto save, so kind of after 10 minutes it saves, and this is a location. Enable auto save if you want to. So it has to be enabled to kind of get your files from here. copy this directory and open it if you forgot to save something. You can decrease. Definitely want to go to 5 minutes. Intervals in minutes. Maximum number of autosaves 10. I think this is good memory management. System pre-render named icons. You don't want to keep your system busy all the time, so leave it as it is. Imported images. Okay, rendering. Have a look at your rendering. Spell check. Ignore words. So I'm not working with text yet. So these are overall overview of InkSpace 1.2 release. Cursors, mouse cursors can be changed. Themes we already have a look at. Alright guys, so I think this is InkSpace in action. So let me simply relaunch everything. So close window without saving and launch it from here now. Okay guys, so this is what it looks. You simply go ahead and if you don't want to see this every time, you can uncheck this box. Otherwise, select your screen. I think that happens very quickly. And what it should do, let it select and then open it. Okay guys, thank you so much. So there are a few other tools that you can use here. So let's say you just want to, so that's kind of these tools. So once you have object created, so let's say you created an object, you can press F, simply 4 to go to the object view. 3, it's not working, you see. So, oh, it's 5, I didn't know that. And then you have 3. Oh, it works. So I got 3, 4, 5. Just number 3 and then 4, which is same thing. 5 takes you back to the document size. And then you can use your zoom controls and wheel, mouse wheel. You can use your spacebar and drag something, or you can use this. So just select it to it. So let's go to simply selection tool by pressing S, or you can press F1. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave in the comment below. Have a good day. Bye for now.